Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Do you want to know how to add products to a basic skincare routine? Keep on watching. So, adding products to a basic skincare routine. Sometimes it can get really daunting, and if you find a website that has great prices for their products, maybe you feel tempted to buy all 20 or 30 or how many they have, but actually it's really not a good idea. You can get really overwhelmed very quickly. So that's my first tip. Check your face, see what bothers you the most, and start with that. Don't try to do everything at once. I have discoloration in my face because of sun damage. I have wrinkles, yes. So I want to get rid of that. I used to get hormonal breakouts, so there were a lot. Also, my skin is dry and it was dehydrated, so I had a lot of issues that I wanted to fix in my skin. But I started with one. I started with dehydration actually, and from dehydration I moved up to products targeting lines and wrinkles, and then as I got used to those I added in more products. So that is my tip. Pick one problem that you have and start working on that first. Also remember, products, creams, serums, they are fantastic and they work, but they're not miracle workers. If you want to get rid of problems overnight, it just doesn't happen with products that you put on top of your face. It just doesn't. So give it at least a month. Usually you can know very quickly if you have a problem with one type of product. So that is also why I say start with one new product at a time, so that if you get a reaction, you know which product it's from, and you can see very quickly actually if you have a problem with that. Usually it's in 1 or 2 weeks. It can also be longer, of course it can be longer, because you can develop allergies any moment in your life. So moving on from that, so what I said, start with one and start with the biggest problem for you that you have with your skin. Okay, so you focused on your biggest skin issue and you found a line that you want to start using. Check out the products that they have for your issue. You can order them and then you start with one. That's what I already told you. If they have a few different kind of products for your problem, it's nice to know when to use them and how to use them. So what is the general rule for layering products on top of each other? The rule is water comes before oil. Oils come before cream, and cream becomes before silicone. So you start off with, you cleanse your skin because you need to prep your skin for your skincare. So cleanse your skin, then come toners, and I will talk a little bit about that later on. Toners, then you get your serums, then you get your oils, then you get your moisturizer, and then you get silicone-based products. Okay, I talked about cleansing in my last video. I will link it down below, so if you want to know a little bit more about that, check out my first video. So yeah, you have your cleanse, your toner, and then come your serums. Water-based serums come first. Then come oil-based serums or oily feeling serums. Yeah, if you think about it, it's actually pretty logical. If you put water on top of oil, it just stays there. If you put oil on top of water, it seals in the water. So water before oil, always. What if you want to add an acid product because you want to chemically exfoliate your skin? Please do not use the scrubs, you know, the apricot scrub thingies, because they can really damage your skin. So if you want to get a healthy, glowy skin, my recommendation is an acid. There are a lot of acids out there. I will not go over all of them in this video. If you guys want, leave it in the comments down below and I will do a separate video on what kind of acids are out there and what type of skin or problem they are best used for. So if you want to add an acid product, it can be peel pads, it can be an acid toner, it can be an acid serum. Those go right after cleansing on a dry skin. You don't want to do that on a wet skin because it stings. Not all sting, not stinks as in smell, but sting as in prickly. Not all do. It depends on the type of acid you have, the percentages you have. So that's actually my next topic, when to use an acid product. It depends on your skin type, it depends on your preference, and it depends on the type of acid and the percentage of the acid. So there are a lot of things. My recommendation is actually, if you start an acid, use it in the evening. If you start with one and you are not used to acids, do not use it every day. Pick a Saturday, or just, that's my acid peel day, it's a Saturday. So pick one day, use the acid product and see how your skin reacts. See how your skin is the next morning. If you have no problems, you can try to use it twice a week, but just really gently build it up. If you get any irritation, if you get flaking, if you get really lots of redness, if you get itchy, stop it. Stop using the product. If it is an acid toner, it could be that the percentage is too high. It could be that the acid that is in the toner is not right for your skin. What can you do if you want to still use an acid toner? Do a little bit on a cotton pad and just lightly go over your face. If it is a peel pad, just stop using it and try another peel pad, because I know there are different kinds out there. If it is an acid serum, you can always dilute it a bit. The ones I have can be mixed in with other water-based serums, yeah. So either stop or check with the manufacturer if you can dilute it with maybe a little bit of hydrating toner or a water-based serum, so that you are not getting the high percentage. And otherwise just get a lower percentage. You know, some brands have I think ranging from 2% to maybe 30%. You know, start with a low percentage. Okay, so we had the acid and the acid percentage. Just to recap, my recommendation, use an acid at night, start once a week, build up slowly. If you get any type of really irritation, if you use an acid product for the first time, it can sting a little bit, that's normal. But if you get redness, if you get patches, if you get flaking, stop using the product, okay? So we talked about acid toner, and by the way, I'm sorry for my lighting. I'm sitting in front of a window and it's cloudy today. So 1 minute I'm somewhere in the shadows and the next minute I'm a grease ball. It just adds to the mystery, you know, just, okay. So you have your acid product. If you don't want to add an acidic product, that's totally fine. But if you want one, you know where to use it and when. Next up, we have hydrating toners. For me, it was really difficult to get a hold of a good hydrating toner because the Netherlands is a little bit late to the party a lot of times. I see it with makeup, I see it with skincare. If you search for a toner or tonic here in the drugstores in the Netherlands, you have the ones that have soapy ingredients in them, just like micellar water. And that is not the kind of toner that I'm talking about. I am talking about a hydrating toner, not one that removes the last bit of makeup. So really check the label to see if there are any sulfates in them. If it says on the label removes the last bit of your makeup, you probably need another one. Also check to see that there is no alcohol in it, because sometimes they do still have the drying kind, so the alcohol or the denatured alcohols in them. The one I found, because I live in a pretty small town, so if you have a Holland and Barrett in the Netherlands, go there. They have great hydrating toners, so that's a tip. And I will leave the one I use below. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can get it in the UK. I will check. I will check for you. So hydrating toner, where does that one go? Well, you cleanse and you use your toner. And if you have an acid toner and a hydrating toner, your acid toner comes first. You let it dry in a little bit, and then you have your hydrating toner. So we have our toners, now we get our serums. And as I said in the beginning, water before oil. Also go from thinnest to thickest consistency. That is why we use the toners first and other acid type products, because usually they are like a water consistency, so those sink in really fast. The thicker the product is, the longer it takes to sink into your skin. So that is why you go from thinnest to thickest. Also, if you have a hyaluronic acid, I always struggle a bit with that word. See, if you have one of those serums, use that right after toning. And what I like to do with any hyaluronic serum is I use my hydrating toner. On a damp skin, I put my hyaluronic serum, and then I put on a hydrating toner layer again. So it's like the 7 skin method. If you want me to do a video about it, I will just leave it down in the description below, but it's too much detail for today. So we are moving on from the water-based serums to the oils and oil-based serums. Sometimes you get a serum, and if you read the ingredient list, it's not really oil-based, but there is, I think it's called propanol, something like that. I will check. Just put a little bit on your hand and feel. If it is an oily feeling, it goes after your water-based product. So you have your water-based, you have your oil-based, and you have your oils. If you want to use an oil, you can use most oils AM and PM except cacao oil. Use that one only at night. If you have a vitamin C, you can use it AM and PM. It depends actually on the percentages. If you go above 15% vitamin C, my recommendation is to use it at night. If you have lower, you can use it both. So I use a vitamin C during the day to boost my sunscreen, and I have actually a different type of vitamin C at night for hyperpigmentation that I have in my face. But I will talk about that another day. So if you want to use a retinol or a retinoid, always in the evening. If you use any type of acid or any type of retinol or retinoid product, do not forget your sunscreen, because your face will get more sensitive to the UVA rays. And also, you know, if you start with this kind of skincare routine, so you're moving up and you're stepping up your game, if you are not using sunscreen, you are actually throwing money down the drain, because everything you repair with your skincare, it gets damaged by the UVA and UVB rays. So it's, you know, it's up to you if you want to use sunscreen or not. If you have a difficult time finding any sunscreen you like, I get it. I had the same problem. Just, you know, now is the time for sunscreens. They are all over the stores again, so get little minis. Or if you go to high-end stores for high-end products, ask if you can test one first, so you don't have to buy a lot of them. Because I know if you don't like your sunscreen, you won't use them. To recap all the steps, you start with cleansing your skin. I will start in the morning routine. You cleanse your skin with a gentle cleanser. Then you go in with a toner, an acid toner, hydrating toner, whatever you want. Then you go in with serums, water before oil. So then you have your serums. Then come your oils, and what I said, your oily feelings fall on underneath oils. You can use any type of oil during the day except cacao oil. Use that one only at night. Then come your moisturizing creams if you use them, and then come, if you have any products with silicone base in it, use that one last. For your evening skin, oh, and never forget the sunscreen. That's always your last step in the morning skincare. At night you double cleanse. If you use sunscreen and or makeup, double cleanse, and then the first cleanse is one with an oil base, or either a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm or a cleansing cream. Then your second cleanse is the cleanser you use in the morning, just a gentle cleanser to cleanse your skin and prep your skin. Then come toners, either acid toner. If you have not used it in the morning, it goes here. Hydrating toners can be used twice a day, doesn't matter. Water-based serum comes next. Then comes your oily based serums or your oils. Then come a moisturizer, and then a silicone based. And now that I am listing it all, it sounds like a lot, doesn't it? I can hear you thinking, wow, that's gonna take me all day, all night, but actually it doesn't. You can mix products together in the palm of your hand before applying them. And remember, you are not using 15 different types of products because you don't need it. You know, sometimes less is more, and I know that if you have a lot of skin issues that you want to address, like I have, also because I have a YouTube channel, I know I just started it, but still I want to give you guys good information. So that's why I use more products than I probably need, because I want to test them. I want to see how they feel, what they do for my skin, so I can tell you guys about it. So yeah, that was it for me. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for my next video. Just a little preview here. There will be a series coming for the products from The Ordinary. I know they are a hype right now. I use them myself and I love them. So if you want to not miss those, also hit the little bell so you get a notification when I upload my next video. And guys, I hope you have a great day, and I see you in my next one. Bye guys.